For those born under the sign of Virgo, June 30th, 2025, promises to be a pivotal moment in the financial sphere. On this day, the celestial map forms a powerful configuration, activating your money sector thanks to the synergistic influence of Jupiter and Venus. Jupiter, the planet of expansion, is positioned to directly stimulate financial growth. Its energy promotes an influx of funds and the expansion of financial horizons. There is potential for increased income, investments, and lucrative offers. Jupiter opens the gates of abundance, urging bold yet well-considered steps. The stage is set for scaling projects, launching profitable initiatives, and receiving unexpected financial gains. Concurrently, Venus, which governs finances, forms favorable aspects for Virgos. Her influence on June 30th enhances your ability to attract monetary energy through an intuitive understanding of the market and the establishment of mutually beneficial relationships. Venus lends ease to the process of capital accumulation, helping you see hidden opportunities. This will manifest in successful deals, profitable acquisitions, or the recognition of talents that convert into financial benefits. The combined impact of Jupiter and Venus creates a unique tandem. Jupiter provides the scale and potential for achievements, while Venus fine-tunes the attraction process, making it more effective and enjoyable. For Virgos, this is not just a chance for capital growth but an opportunity to lay the foundation for long-term prosperity, expanding your understanding of monetary potential. This period encourages you to actively utilize moments when the universe itself contributes to enrichment. It is important to understand that the successful realization of these opportunities largely depends on a detailed understanding of Jupiter's position in Taurus. June 30th, 2025, marks a crucial period, especially for you, Virgos, as Jupiter's powerful and expansive energy is firmly established in the earthy, stable sign of Taurus. This celestial placement creates unprecedented opportunities to strengthen and significantly multiply your material well-being. Jupiter, the great benefic, in Taurus focuses its influence on everything related to stability, tangible assets, and long-term wealth accumulation. For your practical and methodical nature, Virgos, this means your innate pragmatism, amplified by this planetary generosity, can lead to outstanding results in building your financial base. Let's delve deeper. Taurus governs everything concrete, land, real estate, valuable property, and the fundamental resources that form the bedrock of any economy. When Jupiter, the planet of growth and abundance, is in this domain, it multiplies your ability to attract and accumulate such assets. For you, Virgos, whose meticulousness and desire for order demand security and reliability, this transit is particularly favorable. It's not about fleeting speculation, but about laying a solid financial foundation capable of withstanding the test of time. Your natural ability to analyze and discern true value is now enhanced by Jupiter's expansive vision, allowing you to identify truly reliable and promising investments. Based on this, the current period is exceptionally favorable for strategic investments in tangible assets. Think big and long-term. Real estate, for instance, is a primary area for consideration. Whether it's acquiring your first home, expanding your property portfolio, or even investing in land, the celestial energies support all endeavors that bring tangible and sustainable value. Beyond real estate, explore opportunities in commodities with intrinsic value, such as precious metals, gold and silver, which have historically served as reliable stores of wealth. Even high-quality, durable goods that may appreciate over time, or businesses that produce tangible products, fall under this beneficial influence. The key is to focus on assets that you can see, touch, and understand their true value, in full alignment with your practical, earthy nature. Moreover, this powerful alignment encourages you not just to invest, but to actively strengthen your entire financial foundation. Review your budgeting strategies with an emphasis on efficiency and long-term accumulation. This is an exceptionally opportune moment for repaying significant debts, especially those related to material assets, thereby freeing up capital and reducing your liabilities. Diversify your assets not only for growth but also for increased resilience. Consider creating or increasing emergency funds, establishing secure savings accounts, and building sources of passive income rooted in tangible assets. Your goal is to cultivate a deep sense of financial security, ensuring that your resources are not only growing but also reliably protected and stable. This emphasis on material solidity lays an indispensable foundation for your financial future. However, true prosperity extends beyond the purely tangible. As we delve deeper into the celestial tapestry of June 30th, we discover another powerful planetary influence that guides your financial decisions through a different, yet equally vital, prism, one rooted in intuition, emotional intelligence, and the dynamics of your closest relationships. So, continuing our deep dive into Virgo's financial landscape on June 30th, 2025, we approach one of the most subtle, yet powerful influences, the position of Venus in Cancer. If Jupiter in Taurus creates the foundation for material growth and long-term stability, Venus in Cancer colors this period with a unique emotional palette, requiring you, Virgos, to approach monetary matters differently, through the lens of feelings, intuition, and relationships. For you, who are typically so rational and prone to detailed analysis, this position of Venus will mean needing to step back from habitual logic and trust your inner voice. Venus in Cancer heightens your intuition in financial matters, making it unusually sharp. You may unexpectedly feel where to invest, which project will be most promising, or which partners truly deserve trust. This is not a call for recklessness, but rather for a deeper understanding of the market and people through emotional intelligence. The ability to read nonverbal cues, understand hidden motives, and anticipate shifts in sentiment will become your competitive advantage. When making financial decisions, do not ignore your inner feelings, even if at first glance they contradict dry figures. Often, it is this emotional radar that will help you avoid mistakes or, conversely, seize a unique opportunity that others would not have discerned. Particular attention during this period should be paid to managing finances within the context of family and partnerships. Venus in Cancer is closely associated with home, comfort, security, and close relationships. This is a favorable time for discussing joint budgets, planning major family purchases, be it real estate, renovations, or children's education. You may need to review existing financial agreements with a partner or spouse. It is important to show openness and empathy, striving for harmony and mutual understanding. Joint investments or the creation of a common financial fund to achieve family goals will be especially successful if they are based on mutual trust and shared values. Avoid secrecy and unspoken assumptions in money matters with loved ones, as Venus in Cancer values sincerity and emotional security. Any financial decisions affecting the family budget should be made with consideration for the needs and feelings of all parties, to strengthen rather than weaken your bonds. Finding a balance between personal financial goals and the overall well-being of the family will be key to not only material but also emotional satisfaction. Remember that financial success during this period is inextricably linked to the feeling of security and comfort you create for yourself and your loved ones. Understanding and skillfully utilizing these subtle energies will allow you not only to increase capital but also to strengthen your position, creating a solid foundation for the future. And this, of course, requires not only inner intuition but also the ability to effectively interact with the outside world, using information and communication channels. Delving into the details of the astrological chart for June 30th, 2025, we inevitably turn to your planetary ruler, Mercury. On this day, it will be in Gemini, which is an exceptionally favorable placement, as Mercury is in its domicile here. This means the maximum manifestation of its qualities, which for you, Virgos, become a particularly powerful tool. Your natural inclination for analysis, attention to detail, and need for data systematization will receive a tremendous boost. Mercury in Gemini grants you extraordinary mental agility, the ability to learn quickly, process vast amounts of information, and master communication. These qualities will be key to your financial successes. Use your heightened perceptiveness and analytical mind to deeply research markets, identify non-obvious trends, and accurately assess risks. Your innate organization will allow you to effectively structure investment portfolios, optimize budgets, and build efficient asset management systems, minimizing losses and maximizing profits. Communication skills will come to the forefront. Whether conducting complex negotiations, delivering persuasive presentations, or forming strategic partnerships, your ability to articulate thoughts clearly and concisely, backed by facts and logic, will yield tangible dividends. Do not miss opportunities for networking, exchanging ideas, and obtaining first-hand information. It is through these channels that the most promising offers may arrive. Consider opportunities related to consulting, teaching, creating analytical content, or any activity where your intellect, precision, and ability to systematize will be in demand and generously compensated. This period favors those who are ready to actively use their minds to seek and realize financial opportunities. However, despite this powerful intellectual impulse, it is important to remember that true financial stability requires not only insight but also a disciplined, realistic approach to every step. The cosmic map for June 30, 2025, as we have already seen, promises Virgo's significant financial prospects. The influence of Jupiter in Taurus opens doors for savings and investments in tangible assets, Venus in Cancer sharpens your intuition in matters of family budget, and Mercury in Gemini, your ruler, endows you with exceptional mental flexibility and negotiation skills. However, in this multifaceted picture, there is another key astrological factor that requires your close attention and, most importantly, discipline: the transit of Saturn in Pisces. Saturn's position in Pisces creates a unique challenge and simultaneously a powerful opportunity for your financial strategy. Saturn, as is known, is the planet of structure, responsibility, and long-term planning. Pisces, in turn, is associated with intuition, idealism, and sometimes a tendency towards self-deception or illusions. This combination urgently calls you to extreme realism and pragmatism in monetary matters. If Jupiter in Taurus offers you broad opportunities for expansion and multiplication, Saturn in Pisces obliges you to realize these opportunities on a solid, proven foundation, avoiding the shifting sands of unattainable hopes and excessive optimism. For you, as representatives of a sign naturally inclined to analysis and systematization, this position of Saturn can become a powerful catalyst for improving your financial habits. It is extremely important to focus on avoiding any forms of financial illusions. This means thoroughly and meticulously checking all offers that seem too good to be true. Be especially cautious with any venture investments, dubious get-rich-quick schemes, or ventures where there is no clear, transparent, and logically sound business model. Your natural inclination for detail and critical thinking will be your best ally during this period. Do not allow emotional impulses or others' possibly sincere but unfounded promises to cloud your sound judgment. Saturn in Pisces strongly advises you to prioritize building reliable, long-term financial plans. This is an ideal time for a deep review of your budget, optimizing expenses, forming stable reserve funds, and developing retirement savings strategies. Any investments you consider should not only be potentially profitable but also as understandable as possible, with clearly calculated risks. This may require additional learning or consultations with qualified financial experts. Do not hesitate to ask many questions and demand full clarity before making a final decision. Discipline, consistency, and patience will be your key assets during this period. This aspect also emphasizes the importance of a responsible attitude towards debts and obligations. If you have loans or debts, Saturn in Pisces calls for their structured and systematic repayment. Creating a clear payment schedule and strictly adhering to it will not only improve your financial situation but also strengthen your inner stability and self-discipline. Remember that true financial freedom is achieved not only by increasing capital but also by minimizing risks and obligations that could undermine your financial foundation. Now is the time to lay the groundwork for your future prosperity. By approaching this process with full responsibility, you will be able not only to stay afloat but also to significantly strengthen your position. For true success in the financial sphere, in addition to favorable external circumstances and clear planning, something more is required: a deep inner confidence in your own abilities and worth. Delving into the details of the astrological landscape on June 30, 2025, we cannot overlook the position of the Sun. During this period, it is in Cancer, which for pragmatic and analytical Virgos creates a unique internal resonance. The Sun in Cancer illuminates the sector of your horoscope associated with the inner world, emotional security, and roots. For Virgos, whose energy is often directed towards external order and analysis, this time becomes an invitation to deep introspection. It encourages you to pay attention to the foundation of your self-perception, to what truly nourishes your soul and gives a sense of security. Strengthening this inner core, recognizing your self-worth regardless of external achievements, is key to unlocking your potential. When you feel confident and secure within, your self-esteem naturally increases. How does this subtle, seemingly unrelated aspect affect financial flows? Directly. Increased inner confidence allows you to make bolder, yet well-considered decisions. You become less prone to doubts and self-criticism, which can sometimes hinder important financial steps. This is an ideal moment to trust your intuition in investment matters, especially if they concern real estate, family business, or creating assets that provide long-term stability and comfort. Your emotional well-being becomes a powerful catalyst for prosperity. By developing inner harmony, you will find that external financial opportunities begin to be attracted to you with greater ease. This is not just about earning, but about creating a material foundation that provides a true sense of security and peace. Invest in your emotional health, create comfort in your personal space. These actions, seemingly unrelated to finances, actually lay a powerful foundation for their increase. And while you delve into this inner work, do not forget that external activity also requires your close attention and unique skills. If the inner core and emotional well-being form a solid foundation on which your financial prosperity is built, then external activity and concrete actions become the mechanism that transforms this potential into tangible financial growth. And here, Virgos, Mars, the planet of action and energy, takes center stage, as it will be in your sign on June 30th, 2025. This is an exceptionally powerful and favorable position for you. Mars in Virgo is not just energy, it is energy that is directed, focused, and exceptionally efficient. Your natural inclination for analysis, attention to detail, and need for order are amplified to the maximum. During this period, you will feel a surge of strength that will allow you to methodically and meticulously approach any task, especially those related to your professional activities and, consequently, your income. This is an ideal time to not just work hard, but to work smart. Your analytical abilities, which Mercury in Gemini has already sharpened for market research and negotiations, now receive a powerful impulse for practical application. Mars in Virgo urges you not just to collect information, but to thoroughly process it, identify hidden patterns, and uncover errors and inaccuracies that others might miss. Apply this unique ability to your financial strategies. Review your current projects, workflows, budgets. Where can you optimize? Where can you cut costs without losing quality? Your meticulousness will be your greatest asset. Use this period for a thorough review of your financial obligations and assets. You may discover inefficient investments that require adjustment, or, conversely, undervalued opportunities that can be developed. This is a time for creating or refining detailed financial plans, where every figure will be verified, and every point justified. Mars in Virgo demands precision and discipline, which is extremely important for any successful financial horoscope. Your energy will be directed towards improvement, towards perfecting things, and this will directly affect your productivity and, consequently, your income. Do not be afraid to delve into routine and monotonous work that requires meticulousness. It is there that you will find hidden potential for growth. This could be optimizing supply chains, automating repetitive tasks, developing more efficient accounting systems, or even improving the quality of a product or service, which will increase its market value. Your colleagues and partners will appreciate your ability to see the small details that ultimately determine success. This aspect also favors any type of work that requires mastery and in-depth knowledge of the subject. If you are an expert in your field, now is the time to demonstrate it, to take on more complex projects that require high qualifications. Your reputation as a reliable, precise, and highly efficient professional will grow, opening new financial prospects. However, even the most refined system and impeccable efficiency sometimes require going beyond the usual, a readiness for experiments, and the ability to see beyond established schemes. Moving from the fundamental aspects of building financial stability and intuitive resource management, let's turn to the dynamic that can radically change your perception of money and how to multiply it. On June 30, 2025, for Virgos, Uranus in Taurus exerts a special influence. This aspect is a powerful catalyst for implementing innovations and utilizing advanced technologies in your financial strategy. Uranus in Taurus is not just a call for renewal, it is a demand to rethink traditional approaches to saving and investing. For your analytical and practical nature, Virgos, this planetary position opens doors to entirely new possibilities. The world of finance is rapidly changing, and those who are ready to adapt move forward. This involves a deep dive into the world of digital assets, financial technology, fintech, automated capital management systems, and even artificial intelligence in market analysis. Your natural inclination for detail and optimization perfectly resonates with the need to master these tools. This is not a time for conservative fears, but for bold experimentation. Consider opportunities for investing in startups that utilize breakthrough technologies, or for implementing such solutions in your own business or professional activities. Perhaps it will be the automation of routine financial operations, the development of unique algorithms for data analysis, or the mastery of new platforms for earning and investing that seemed futuristic just yesterday. Seek unconventional ways to monetize your skills and knowledge. Your ability to systematize and perfect can be directed towards creating unique digital products or services that will be in demand in the new economic reality. This transit urges you not just to follow trends, but to anticipate them, becoming an active participant in transformations. Flexibility of thought and readiness to learn will be your main assets. Do not be afraid to revise outdated financial models and seek original, sometimes even audacious, ways to achieve prosperity. Openness to the new and the ability to quickly adapt to changing market conditions will be the key to your success. And while we speak of insight, it's important to remember that there's a more subtle, intuitive side to financial well-being that also requires your attention and understanding. Beyond the pragmatic and innovative vectors we've already discussed, June 30, 2025, will offer Virgos a unique opportunity to delve into the more subtle, intuitive layers of the financial world. This refers to the influence of Neptune, which is currently in its home sign of Pisces. This position activates your sector of partnership and relationships, and may also pertain to hidden aspects of finance related to shared resources, inheritance, or even karmic debts. Neptune in Pisces enhances empathy, intuition, and sensitivity to unseen energy flows. For the pragmatic Virgo, this may seem unusual, but now, your ability to read between the lines, pick up on non-obvious signals, and trust your inner voice becomes a powerful asset. In the context of financial decisions, this means not only analyzing numbers but also feeling the rightness or wrongness of a deal, a partner, or an investment. You may feel an inexplicable attraction to certain assets or, conversely, an irrational aversion to seemingly profitable offers. Trust these premonitions. Your intuition, usually suppressed by logic, is now sharpened and capable of grasping nuances inaccessible to the rational mind. This period also opens doors for financial opportunities in the realm of philanthropy, spiritual practices, or projects focused on healing and assistance. Neptune calls for compassion and selflessness. You may find that investments in social enterprises, environmental initiatives, or even support for the arts bring not only moral satisfaction but also unexpected financial dividends. This is not about thoughtless extravagance, but about a wise allocation of resources that aligns with your highest values. At the same time, it's important to remember the influence of Saturn, also in Pisces. It serves as a counterweight to Neptune's illusions, demanding discipline and a sober approach. Combining intuition with realism will allow you to avoid traps and not fall for deceptive promises. For successful use of intuition in finance, Virgos are advised to 1. Practice mindfulness, dedicate time to meditation or calm reflection before making important financial decisions. Allow your intuition to manifest without rushing to conclusions. 2. Record dreams and premonitions, often, Neptune manifests through dreams or sudden insights. Keep a journal to track these subtle messages. 3. Explore non-traditional assets. Consider opportunities in areas related to spiritual development, health, art, or the non-profit sector. Perhaps new sources of income are hidden there. 4. Trust your feelings when interacting with people. This applies especially to financial partners or consultants. If a person or an opportunity doesn't resonate with you, even with impeccable recommendations, it's wise to trust that intuition. Furthermore, cultivate financial empathy. Strive to understand the emotional and psychological aspects of money flows, both your own and others. This will help you make more thoughtful and empathetic decisions. Ultimately, June 30th, 2025, for Virgos is a call for a deeper, more multifaceted approach to finance, where intuition and compassion become as crucial as analytics and planning. This period sets the stage for redefining the very concept of wealth and its role in your life, paving the way for an entirely new vision of well-being that transcends conventional material accumulation. Moving on to more profound and fundamental astrological influences, we cannot overlook the transit of Pluto in Aquarius. This is truly a momentous alignment that, on June 30th, 2025, will profoundly impact Virgo's financial prospects, demanding not just adaptation but genuine transformation. Pluto, the planet of deep change, power, and collective evolution, in the innovative and future-oriented sign of Aquarius, points to the necessity of radically rethinking your financial goals. For Virgos, whose nature leans towards order, analysis, and predictability, this transit may feel like a challenge to established beliefs. It encourages you to look beyond traditional methods of saving and investing, prompting you to consider how your financial strategies align with global technological, social, and economic shifts. This is a time not just for adjusting your budget but for re-evaluating your entire philosophy regarding money, wealth, and resources in a rapidly changing world. Pluto in Aquarius emphasizes collective processes, decentralization, and new forms of interaction. This means that successful financial decisions for Virgos may involve exploring innovative economic models, digital assets, participating in community-oriented projects, or investing in technologies that shape the future. You will need mental flexibility and a willingness to let go of outdated notions of financial security. Perhaps it's time to explore unconventional income streams or reskill yourself to meet new market demands. This transit urges you not just to react to change but to actively shape your future, consciously adapting to new realities. Pluto's true power lies in its ability to uncover hidden resources and potential where you least expect them. Embrace this period as an opportunity for deep inner work that will lead to a re-evaluation of values and the creation of a financial strategy resilient to future challenges. Your analytical ability, amplified by Plutonian energy, will allow you to see opportunities in the most unexpected places. However, such large-scale restructuring, which affects the foundations of our well-being, inevitably impacts our inner state, requiring special attention to emotional balance. Dear Virgos, moving on to the next critical aspect of your financial horoscope for June 30th, 2025, we will examine the influence of the Moon. On this day, it will be in Sagittarius, bringing a unique set of energies into your emotional field. Sagittarius is a sign of expansion, optimism, and a quest for new horizons. Its influence on the Moon can evoke a sense of restlessness, a desire for freedom, and even a propensity for risk. Your typically pragmatic and analytical Virgo nature may feel an internal dissonance between the desire for order and a sudden urge for adventure or bold investments. This emotional state will directly reflect on your financial decisions. You might feel tempted to consider more speculative opportunities, invest in international projects, or allocate funds to education and travel. It's crucial to realize that while this surge of optimism can be motivating, it carries the risk of impulsive actions. For Virgos, whose strength lies in detailed analysis and caution, this could be both an opportunity for a breakthrough and a cause for ill-advised steps. The key to success on this day is conscious emotional management. Before succumbing to a sudden urge for significant financial outlays or risky investments, pause. Use your innate analytical ability, ask yourself about the long-term consequences, and thoroughly verify information. Do not let fleeting enthusiasm overshadow your discernment. Your strengths, attention to detail and methodicalness, are more important than ever to activate now. By making well-considered decisions, channel the moon's energy in Sagittarius into a constructive direction. Instead of blind risk, consider opportunities to expand current projects or investments that combine novelty with a solid foundation. Perhaps this means exploring new markets for your business or investing in assets that offer growth but are backed by tangible value, as we already discussed in the context of Jupiter in Taurus. Focus on how your optimism can be supported by facts and figures, not just intuition. Remember, true financial freedom is achieved not through recklessness but through wise planning and emotional stability. These internal aspects, undoubtedly, form the foundation for your external activity, which also requires special attention on this day. So, Virgos, June 30th, 2025, is a pivotal moment for your financial breakthrough. Your innate analytical prowess, enhanced by Mercury in Gemini, reaches an unprecedented level, allowing you to assess risks with surgical precision, structure investment portfolios, and conduct successful negotiations. Maximize these skills to identify and seize lucrative opportunities. Concurrently, Jupiter in Taurus opens doors for long-term growth through strategic investments in tangible assets, real estate, precious metals, and stable businesses. Strengthen your financial foundation, optimize budgets, and diversify assets. Meanwhile, Uranus in Taurus urges you to embrace innovative monetization methods, digital assets, advanced financial technologies, or unconventional business models could bring significant income. Venus in Cancer emphasizes the importance of intuition and emotional intelligence in finance. Trust your instincts, especially in dealings related to family or home. New sources of wealth may emerge through joint ventures. However, Saturn in Pisces unwaveringly reminds you of the need for pragmatism and discipline. Avoid illusions, thoroughly vet every proposal, and build plans on a solid, realistic foundation. Responsibility and consistency are your main allies. The Sun in Cancer calls for inner work, forming emotional well-being as the foundation for external achievements. Your inner confidence, combined with the methodicalness of Mars in Virgo, will enable you to act effectively, optimize processes, and analyze finances in detail. Pluto in Aquarius pushes for a radical reevaluation of outdated financial goals and adaptation to changing economic realities. And although the Moon in Sagittarius may provoke impulsive spending, maintain your composure and apply an analytical approach to every decision. Therefore, Virgos, this day is your strategic platform for creating a truly successful financial future. Combine your analytical mind with intuition, the boldness of innovation with pragmatism, and emotional stability with unwavering discipline. This is a time for profound financial transformations that, with the right approach, will lead you to unprecedented prosperity. Your ability for detailed planning and execution is the key to success. Act thoughtfully, but decisively. Every step taken today shapes your financial tomorrow. The depth of these aspects' impact on an individual's natal chart is revealed in a personal reading.